Hello, something guys or gals. This is me, the something guy, or though I go by something guy. So I'm going to make this little quick video to conclude my arguments and statements towards Onision's defense against Repzion's video, the Final Fall of Onision, although he calls it the downfall. So I noticed that there wasn't really a lot of views on it as of right now. I've noticed that I wasn't very clear on the whole understanding of how Repzion isn't a hypocrite for not wanting to debate against Onision, whereas Onision is a hypocrite for wanting to debate Onision. So, here is the statement. He says that Onision is a hypocrite, that he doesn't want anything to do with debate with him, but when Onision wants to debate him, he says he hasn't, which is false because there is no evidence whatsoever. He shows comments that are vague and not even direct towards wanting a debate. The comments, the show comment tab isn't even shown. Not to mention, Repzion can't comment on his videos to begin with. He's been blocked by all of them, and somehow, despite all of this, he thinks that Repzion is debating him by making that particular video. So he's saying that he's contradicting himself the whole way through. As soon as he made the video, or even as soon as he talked about it. And whereas in Onision's case, he had made videos where he had openly stated he did not want anything to do with this guy anymore. Yet, after he made his video, he made his, which was directly contradicting. And his only excuse for breaking that little rule was that he wanted to please his audience somehow, even though that wasn't really the case, because he made 3 separate videos, each longer than the last, that pretty much went over the same details, just in a longer span of time in a different order. Pretty much him yabbing on, trying to defend his statements. And the more I keep seeing people point out the lunacy with the Repzon, I'm starting to realize that, this actually isn't really for comedic purposes. This was his toxic reaction to how Repzion didn't want to debate with him. This is how he reacted. Sure, the thing itself is comedic. Sure, he's self-aware he's debating his sock, but the idea that he did it, he had to do it somehow, he wanted to do it, that this was the proper way to go about somebody who who wanted to do a debate with him is childish. It's childish at best, and I guess that's where I would draw the line and say that Repzion was probably right about Onision being insane. It wasn't that the whole thing of it was. It probably wasn't that he didn't know it was funny. I knew it was funny, but it was merely just the fact that he had to do it because he said no, which is very childish. And he doesn't like to, and Onision is a child. So, how does Onision hypocrite himself? Well, he openly stated that he did not want anything to do with Repzion, but he did so anyway. And Repzion had never wanted to debate against him, and knowing that, and even if he had wanted to debate him at one point, if he knew that Onision didn't want to debate against him, I'm pretty sure he took that into respect and realized, well, he doesn't want anything to do with me, so more than likely he doesn't want to debate against me, and I don't really want to debate against him either. So that was his concluding statement. That's why he replied to you in that sort of fashion, was that he didn't understand why you just suddenly decided you wanted to debate against him, but of course we all know the real reason why. You just wanted the attention. You wanted more audiences to be manipulated by your pathetic little pyramid scheme circling around the corners bullshit on how, you're always a victim in all of these situations, but that's the perfect statement. When you become the victim, everyone comes towards you. It's like you have fucking, it's like not only do you have like a sort of like high amount of narcissism, but you have like attention deficit disorder. And that if none of the attention is being spawned towards you, you will create the drama necessary so that the attention is being drawn to you. That's what I'm thinking too, is that you might have attention deficit disorder. I'm not saying that people with attention deficit disorder shouldn't be debating on their videos or whatnot. I don't know. I'm just taking this from what I can tell from your videos. I do know that you are a narcissist. No mistake of that. You are a narcissist. But being attention deficit, I'm not really sure if that's really something you can be diagnosed with through just some videos. But speculatory. It's speculatory at best. Second point he made was that apparently Repzion was insulting his family. And the way, it's funny because like his fans always think that apparently when Repzion even mentions his family once, that apparently he's shaming them. Even though he's doing this, once again, like I've said before, is doing this to show the evidence and show how nasty and evil and cruel and psychologically and socially fragmented this fucker is, because he always has this ill-advised device that he thinks that he has the knowledge and that he has the intelligence to answer claritatively or whatnot. So that was just in sympathy, and since he doesn't go into detail exactly what hate sites, and like I've said before, this wasn't meant to be hateful towards the families. It was meant to show proof and evidence that Onision is just fucking wacko with his own fucking self. And thirdly, I guess if this is really a point to be brought up once again, he brought up the I'm So Fat video, even though I'm pretty sure he already defended it. And he said that, well, oh wait, no, not that one. When some guy asked him if there was anything that was offensively rape, and he said in his defense that, oh, well, if it doesn't have rape in the title, it's not rape. So if I was to make a video that said having sexual intercourse with someone against their own will, that's not offensive to rape because it doesn't have rape in the title, even though saying that whole line is essentially rape. That's the definition of rape. So that's his fucking logic. And he uses that logic. He uses the whole stalker thing because he knows that stalker is a much more dramatic word than hater to anyone who even has a smidgen of fucking criticism towards him. And yet he likes to say that he knows the difference between hater and critic, but obviously he doesn't. Whether you're a hater, whether you're a critic, or even if you like some of his videos, he'll take it as offensive and that you're trying to stalk them or whatnot. But of course, this is a way for him to increase drama and give him the spotlight. Have the spotlight being shown on him, where he can just parade about in his little gothic, depressed, narcissistic style. And it's pretty much a whole show here. It's a whole entire fucking show to him. That, you know, every day that he makes a video, it's meant to cause more drama, bring audiences onward in the beliefs that he has mirrored and blanketed across the truth, and just merely for the sake of his own ego. Just for his ego. His ego runs on YouTube. Without it, he's dead. Figuratively, and I could even say literally, because if everyone blinds and shuffles him, he's just going to be screaming at empty walls that with no one willing to listen to his bullshit anymore, and then he'll go away. And that's what we need to do. We gotta shut up and ignore this motherfucker, because the more that you give unto him the attention that he desires and wants, the more that the more successful he's becoming with his manipulative desires and his plights and whatnot, and his stupidly ill-advised advice. Does making a video criticizing his viewpoints giving him attention? Not necessarily. You're giving attention to the person who's debating against them, not the other way around. So, and why not? Because if these people are logical enough and have enough reason to determine that Onision's got a few screws loose, if you know what I mean, and get past all the statements that what he's saying is the truth, and the meaning of trying to get his ego so high up to impeccable lengths, it's good. Because the more people that know that we should just stop dealing with this motherfucker, the better. It will. The better that not only the people who have been manipulated by his shit will become, but YouTube overall. That we don't have to see people having to keep making videos pointing out the erroneous, the almost unlimited and abundant flaws with almost every statement he makes. So that's just to conclude the whole debate with my response videos to Onision. Just to clear on some webbings I didn't mention earlier with how exactly Onision is a hypocrite where Repzion is not. So anyway, enjoy. I pray this will be the last video I will need to make about him. It really depends. I'm not going to be watching his channel or whatnot. I'm just going to see what the hell is trending about him today. Whatever stupid video he's got out today. So, thank you.